with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News Nowcast.
Good Wednesday evening. I'm Emily Matson. Thanks so much for joining us for tonight's edition of the Erie News Nowcast. The Pennsylvania Air National Guard has been activated to support Afghan refugee efforts in our nation. Governor Tom Wolf announced today 43 Guard members have been activated to help refugee efforts in the U.S. The airmen are on federal orders through the end of September and will provide base support duties. This comes as part of the Guard is standing by to support cleanup efforts connected with Tropical Storm Ida as well. The Pennsylvania National Guard is the third largest Guard in the nation. 30 Penelec workers will spend the next couple of weeks in the New Orleans and Baton Rouge area helping with the remnants of Hurricane Ida. Todd Myers from Penelec tells Erie News Now tonight that 500 total First Energy employees will be aiding in cleanup and power restoration to areas most impacted by the recent hurricane. A majority of the group will arrive this weekend and continue their efforts for at least 2 weeks, possibly more, if more work needs to be done. Millions are left without electricity because of the powerful Category 4 storm which hit the area on Sunday. We'll follow their efforts and bring you updates of some of our local Penelec workers helping after this natural disaster. We brought you the story 2 nights ago of a local woman struggling to find a kidney donor as she suffers from a rare, incurable kidney disease. Well, tonight, Melissa Melfi's fight continues, but she has had an outpouring of support. Since Erie News Now told you her story, we've had a dozen community members reach out, some who know Melissa and others who are strangers, sharing deep personal stories and signing up to get tested to see if their blood and antigen types match Melissa's. And if they do, they could donate their kidney to her. The process is simple, and Melissa tells us her insurance pays for anyone who goes and gets tested. It only takes one person to be a match in order to give a new kidney. Even though Melissa is grateful for everyone's generosity, she still encourages more people to get tested and hopes one of them will be a match. If you want to learn more to sign up, you can visit our website, erienewsnow.com, and then just follow this story to find the link. There has been a big lobbying effort for more than a decade for those who said Erie County needs a community college. Well, today it is a reality as the first students attended the first classes. As our Erie News Now Lisa Adams reports, location, free tuition, and a fresh start are some of the key reasons why students have signed up.
Those who battled for a community college believed students who need this option were out there. Now the very students they envisioned are heading into class, proving their point. There's Ian Stroll, who was a student at Edinboro, stepped away and wants to get back in the groove.
I'm just looking for a variety of courses right now. Like I said, get back into the swing of things. I'm an aviation major, so pretty much any of the things that you guys have up here help at least in general education.
And Remley Sauer, who didn't really love high school or teachers, but after a little time off, knows she wants to be one.
And I want to be one of those teachers that is positive for students, and I feel like this being here is going to give me that window of opportunity to get my life started.
Eric Extepan has been working loading trucks but loves computers. He couldn't afford college right after high school, so the free tuition is giving him a new chance to figure it out.
That was a big deal. Well, because right now I'm not too sure what I wanted to do. So knowing that tuition was free, I'm like, well, let's give it a shot.
Because many of the students coming here either had a bad college experience or never thought they could do college. They really rolled out the red carpet. There were balloons at the entryway and a nice welcoming committee to make everyone feel ready. And they even gave out these Erie County Community College stress balls that look like a brain. Professor Alex Wheaton, teaching English composition and a class called First Year Experience, likes the day one feedback.
Several of my students stayed after class to say thank you, and they were really excited and looking forward to the semester. And that's not something I've gotten pretty much anywhere else when I've taught.
Lisa Adams, Erie News Now.
Just over 40 students attended in person today. They expect 80 tomorrow at the St. Ben's location. Classes start at the Corey campus tomorrow as well. As Delta cases continue to surge, federal pandemic unemployment benefits will expire on Saturday. Starting next week, 558,000 Pennsylvanians will no longer receive that bonus, that extra $300 a week in federal funding. Regular unemployment will not be impacted, but those receiving benefits must continue to complete work search requirements through the state, which has to happen to get those benefits, and that actually resumed in July. According to those at Career Concepts, requirements are working. The Job Placement Agency is seeing more people getting back to work since the requirement was reinstated. But there are still 736 open jobs right now, which is close to a record high. The president there expects that number to drop once the additional payments this weekend end.
We're seeing an uptick in activity. I think in general, people are ready to get back to work. I think there's, people are on the whole feeling, it's time and it's safe. Anyway, we're seeing it on our end.
So the Biden administration says states can choose to redirect other federal funds to extend jobless benefits beyond next week, but so far, no state has announced plans to do that. The Community Blood Bank is calling on college students in the area to help out with an ongoing blood shortage. Today, the blood bank teamed up with Gannon University for a blood drive. All of the blood collected at these events goes right back into the community, helping anyone who needs a transfusion. And right now, the need for additional blood is critical.
It's super low, honestly. We have barely anything on the shelves. We only have like 5 pints. We're less than a day supplies for all the hospitals we supply in the area, so we definitely need it for sure.
Yeah, scary situation for the blood bank and local hospitals too. The blood bank will hold another blood drive tomorrow at Edinboro University from 11 o'clock in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. You can always donate at the blood bank on Peach Street. Well, here's a sure sign that a change of seasons is on the horizon. A fall favorite is making its return today. They have fired up the apple cider press at Godfrey's Cider Mill in Lake City. It is their 43rd year in business and the 11th year they've been pressing cider in western Erie County. You shouldn't have to wait too much longer before you can now down a glass of that fresh apple cider. It is delicious, I can attest. Thanks so much for joining us for the Erie News Nowcast. Please join us for our next news with Haley Potter on the CW at 10 o'clock and then at 11 on WICU and WSCE. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful evening.